Hello to everyone, this is Joanna, and today I'm going to try to do this demo video, a requested video from Miss Connie. I'm going to try to see if I can demo a look using this glitter and this teal polish. Just a few things that you can do with these. I have on a clear polish, and I'm going to share with you some damage that I have because that's why I stopped doing my French manicures. I have some damage along this tip right here, and you can probably see where I took my silver polish off. I'll have to wait because I took off all that I could. The rest will have to come off like when I take off this or whatever. But I have damage along my tips, and that's why I have not been doing any French manicures because I like to do those, and I have the strips for those. But I also need to replenish those strips, and I was trying to see if that would come in. I never know what makes this show and what doesn't, but you can see that there. But what I'm going to do is try to share some looks. I'm going to try to incorporate these strips. We're going to try to see a sponging, see what happens there. I'll be trying to use the Sugar Daddy here. Any polish that you have that is of a clear variety, such as the Essie Sugar Daddy or the Pure Ice Satin Ribbon. These are really, really great for French manicures because you can put them on top of the color and they are a milky clear polish. So if you have a polish like this, you'll know what you can use it for. So I'm going to apply these strips right here. And the reason why I bring up my damage is because you've often heard me say that if you have damage on your nails, a dark color or a glitter will camouflage that. And I put these just a little bit lower than the nail line. So anytime I have damage, like the kind where I have dips from peels and things like that, I go ahead and I will use a glitter or I will use a dark shaded polish. Black if I'm nail stamping, or something like this dark purple here, like the, is it Lincoln at Midnight, Lincoln After Park? I still never found those to decipher what the correct name is, but we're just going to do this. This is just going to be a small demo showing, and I'm doing this, guys, because I have to pause my phone. So as this polish dries, I will probably pause my phone. And this white that I'm using is the Well, Well, Well by Sally Hansen, and I kind of go in and out about this white. It's the one white that I have available to me here at the table. It is not the only white that I own. And I don't take issue with it completely, but I'm starting to wonder because it has argan oil in it, and I don't know about oil and polish, and I don't know enough about polish to know if oil has ever started off in polish over the years, but sometimes I feel like it affects my stamping. And this is a gorgeous color, so I am going to put this on my smaller nail so you can see this. But right now, we're just going to try to do a French tip. And what we do here is we don't want this to dry completely. We just want to get a good opaque look here. And you can also do a French manicure free-handed. I just find that for myself, these strips are easier. And with freehand, you can use something like a small brush, because that's what a friend of mine at work does. She said she always does her freehanded and you go back through with makeup remover. Now, I don't have tweezers, but you basically take this off while the nail is still damp. And see, that's your French right there. So you could do that with these polishes, but when this dries, we're going to do a little something different with it. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to go ahead and use one of each of these so you can see how they work. But again, the Formula X line had a shade called Wondrous. I think it was either Wondrous or Wonder. It's along this shade. So sometimes you pick these shades up by accident if you're not looking for them on purpose. Those that do French manicures on a regular basis, they know what shades to look for. They know, you know, what texture and look to look for. But some of us have picked these up by accident and wonder what the crap we picked up because it's so sheer. What in the world are we going to use it for? If you have healthy nails, it looks really, really good under there. But now you know that you can use these particular polishes for French manicures if you didn't know that before. And I am planning on coming back. Y'all let me know if y'all want to see. I have a leopard look that I used to do back when I first started recording. And I found one of the polishes that I use as a base. And I have a better phone now. So I didn't know if anybody would want to see that. If you do, I will do that. I have 2 little plates that I use. But we're going to use the Sugar Daddy on the white nail because I often use this a lot. In fact, any French manicure that I do, I put on my base coat. And I lay down my base color. And then you go over the color with this polish. Even when I've done it in purple, I've done a purple French manicure, a black French manicure. This one I've never used before. So we're going to see how it does. And I am going to put this over the teal. But it is along the lines of the same shade. And it's a little bit more sheer. And as you can see, it may give the color a slight lift, but it does not do too much. You see that right there? Okay. Another one that I'm going to use, I don't know, Miss Connie, if you have any nudes, but I do want to share this because some of you wanted to know. This polish you've seen before, this is Skinny Tipping. I'm just going to put on a coat of this because I'm going to share with you the lace look. I happen to have my plate sitting next to me here where you can just take any nude polish like this and stamp over it in a lace look. But I wanted to put this polish on for you in particular because this is the one that you wanted to see. This one is the teal one, and I don't know the name of it without looking, so I will look once we apply this. And this color is way more prettier in person than I thought it would be. Now, I don't know if it stains. The videos that I have watched, they didn't say anything about staining. And also, I cannot do a French manicure on the nails that I have damage on just because during the course of the day, they would chip and stuff, but I don't know if my camera's going to cooperate with me or not. But that's very pretty, so I'm going to go ahead and put the second coat on there. Like, I'm going to have to dip into this one. This is like a very dark version of my shade that I have called Catch Me in Your Net. Like, that is a really nice dark polish. Now, what I would do with this French manicure here is I would probably put some gold on there. My gold polish isn't available to me right now. And I'm going to put on another coat of this, and then we're going to come back and try some more things. Okay, now here I have applied on my thumb 1 coat of this Sugar Daddy. As you can see, again, it's just right next to a clear polish. But what we're going to do with this is we're going to put this on a sponge, and we're going to do what I like to call a sloppy French manicure. And it's where we're going to sponge these 2 on just to give some white at the tip, and we're going to see how that goes. I've seen it done before, but I've only seen it done professionally. So we'll check that out and see how it goes. Now, while that's drying, I wanted to add that she also wanted to see, this is a silver I had on last night. This is the Marilyn Monroe Silver. Diamonds are my BFF. And y'all heard me say that I really do like this glitter because it's muted. I would wear this into October. And I say that because it looks bright in the sun, but it's not a stand out at you glitter. And I'm going to put this on my nail with the Damage My Thumb here. Because, again, you know, you've heard me say, now this isn't super duper hard to remove. But like most glitters, it does have its difficulty. And I just had on 2 coats of this when I had it on. So it does have its difficulty like most glitters. So if you have a product that you like to put under your glitter, you'll want to use that with this. But I took it off with no problem. I just had that little residual around the side. So we're going to... And I did not have any top coat or anything on when I had this on. I don't really think about that with glitter sometimes. And I do like the brush on this, and this may still be available. However, I learned, because after I did that video, I checked my mail and got my little Nail Pro book. Those books are supposed to stop because I'm ending that subscription. There are 6 brand new Marilyn Monroe shades. There is a white one, a red one, and a navy blue one that I can recall off the bat. But there are 6 more new shades this year for the Marilyn Monroe collection under Morgan Taylor. So if you have access to that, do check it out. So I think this might be dry a little bit. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this Sugar Daddy here. And we're going to take this white polish and we are going to sponge this on like normal. This is what we would do if we were going to do a gradient. We're just going to sponge that on. And when you sponge your colors into the sponge, you want an ample amount because that sponge is already going to soak it up. And then you're going to want a dollop of the white that you intend to use. And then you are just going to sponge like so. And this can be messy. The first few times that I did this, it was a disaster. And see, you'll let that dry a little bit. And then you'll go back in. And again, you want to put ample amounts of polish when you're sponging. Now, you don't want to drown it, but it's going to soak up what you put. So you're going to definitely want an ample amount. And you're just going to go over that again. So I just like to call this a sloppy version because it's not the standard. It just gives a little bit of lift to the nail, as you can see there. And you can make this as opaque as you like it. Like if you keep going over that, it will be whiter. You just have to kind of let it dry a little bit in between each coat. Because also, if it's not dry, you will run the risk of it lifting up. So we're just going to try one more for the sake of this. And another thing some people do is they'll use a tan under there, but you still want to use the nude that you're using. So we're going to leave that right there. And we're going to bring this back over here. And at the other end of this sponge, we are going to use that glitter. As soon as I figure out where in the world I set it at. Sometimes I swear I can have things right in front of me. I lose the darndest things. One of my favorite tan polishes, I think it's called Barefoot in Barcelona. I can't find it anywhere. Now we're going to take this and we're just going to dot this over the white. And that's just going to do that. And we're going to take it down just a smidge because this is such a stark, good coverage glitter on its own. And this isn't a great application, but... And then you just go over top of that. With your top coat. And you could even have that be an accent nail. Just the idea would be to have a little bit more white smattering down, but so now let's see with this one right here. Another thing you could do if you just want a smattering of glitter, you could just take this glitter like that. As you can see, the white and the glitter. And you could just do this for a small little lift. I hate this phone sometimes. Maybe I got too much going on. But it just gives a small little lift, a little glimmer. So what I'm going to share with you now also is you can take something like this fairy dust, any glitter polish you have, and you can put it on top of this teal just to change it a little bit. But another thing I wanted to share is this plate right here is the one that I said that I did a lace look from. And I usually go from this area right here. So I'm just going to show you over this color how I did that. I got my trusty little cotton rounds here. This one does not have a dip bite taken out of it. And we are just going to go for that little area. And I never seem to have anything around me that I need around me at the time that I need it. I need a room. I need a whole separate room. I can't find the stamper I want, so we're going to try this one. And I don't know if you'd be willing to delve into stamping. It is sort of inexpensive if you ever go to a Walmart. We're going to try that. We're going to see how that takes, because I'm used to dealing with my other stamper, but that's how you get the little lace look. And then another thing we can do is this one right here. I've had this stamper for a while, but I very seldomly use it. I like to sometimes take a look that I have like this and just put a little line of something there, but I think we're going to go for these little flowers here. There's some little flowers on this plate. Because I've never really used this plate fully, I mostly will go for the same image of whatever it is that I'm doing. And we got that little image right there, and we're just going to put this here some kind of way. And I hope this focuses in, because I hate just having my hand sitting here and y'all are like, I feel like you're ticking down the seconds. So there you go. There. See? And then also, you can take the silver glitter. And again, this is a really dense glitter because it covers in like 2 coats. It's not sparse at all. But you can put the glitter over the French. And again, this white with the silver. And you just want to hit the tips. Which just gives you a smattering, but that's kind of like only if you want an unkempt, you know what I mean, look. But for the most part, the French manicure is a nice step. And just this color in general, with that glitter on it, I think this teal shade or any shade you have close to this, you can put glitter on it or whatever you want, would be very nice. I do like it as a French manicure. And this could be, I don't know, I'm not very good at doing this type of look, but if you have a better, lighter hand, this will turn out great, because I like the one on the little finger. But let me know if this helps or if there's anything different that I can do.